Someday we'll get paid for this.
Hi, my name is Andrew Jeffrey Wright. We're here at my art show, Movement 1, Movement 2, and the Sculpture here at the Prince Center in Philadelphia. Different people know me for different things because I do so many different things. I don't know what one sentence it would be. I helped start Space 1026. I have a lack of concentration problem, so I don't do any one thing. Even when I was in school, I majored in animation, but I did equal amounts of time screen printing and photography. So many different ideas and stuff going on, and I just can't discipline myself to just do one thing. So that's why this show has like 3 separate elements in it that I think go together, but within a in a show, but they're also visually really different, like each wall. What I do is there's a lot of humor based in what I do. I guess absurd and juvenile type humor, but hopefully with a, something that takes you out of the realm of just of junior high and brings you like, the smartest kid in junior high type humor, I guess. I was raised in a Christian family and I took it seriously, but as I got older, I of course became much more open-minded, but I never got into drinking, doing any drugs, smoking cigarettes, doing anything. It never became a part of who I was. To this day, as you can see, I make art about drugs, but I don't do drugs. And a part of it is because it's just like, when you don't do something or you don't quite understand something, there's an attraction to it. And just to be like, why do people do that? Why, and so I just did, I make a lot of art that would be considered drug humor. Yeah, they're actually it's actually one of the pieces from over here. It's this one here. So it's just that size and the edges are cut off. And I silk screened some of them, but then I'm lucky enough to have interns, and then they silk screened the majority of them. And we pasted them on the wall for me. The more people you have helping, the more art you get to make. And the photographs are documentary style for the most part. They're not fiction. Oh, I didn't set this photo up. I want the world to know that. This is in Paris, that famous road parkway that our parkway is designed after. He was really asleep, passed out. He wasn't going anywhere. But yeah, that's. Some people are like, oh, who's that laying down? Is that one of your friends? I'm like, no, that's somebody who drank too much. One time, it was a self-portrait. It was a photograph of mine, and this girl and this guy were looking at it. I don't have that photograph here, but the girl was like, okay, if you're gonna take a photograph of yourself, wouldn't you at least want to be a little bit good-looking? And like, I'm just sitting in the corner laughing at this girl just like hating on this photograph I took of myself. Well, it was my friend Heidi's cat named Egon, and I was documenting how much money I had at that moment. And cats like to sit on stuff. This sculpture here is a piece I made with Barry McGee about 3 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. And it's also, part of it is also, it's based on Barry's other work. So I was just, with my work, I had this fascination with Furbies, so I had this concept to do, and I asked Barry if he would help me out with it. The name of the piece is Jim Drain, and so it's kind of like a tribute to Jim Drain, who is an artist and a friend of me and Barry's, and it's just the idea of the way people would write rock bands names and stuff like that, their favorite band, the Stones or Led Zeppelin, or anything like that, on a wall as a tribute to that band, to be like, this band rules. And this is just like that, but with an artist. He's just writing Jim Drain on the wall because he thinks Jim Drain's a great artist. Weapons of mass destruction. I don't know how the average patron would take that. I guess a lot of people who would come to the print center wouldn't even think about, wait, you can actually write on the walls. I've never seen that before. I mean, this is just something I've been doing for a number of years in galleries, just to kind of combat the white box experience, have people walk into an environment more so than just a show of 30 pieces lined up around a wall. This is one of my favorite Philly bands, Sweat Heart.